This is Tribe Talk.
Hi, I'm Coach Sleeve, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach here at Northside ISD. And for this episode of Tribe Talk, want to piggyback off of a previous episode. And in that previous episode, we introduced the Veteran of the Week. And the Veteran of the Week has been so well received in our community, and that makes perfect sense. Northside is very appreciative of those that have served, those that have provided us the opportunity to live our daily lives here in freedom and peace. And when we had one of our veterans show up for the Veteran of the Week, he had brought a couple of the patches that would go on a uniform in the military, and thought what a great way to keep that veteran's spirit alive and well. We wanted to find a way to incorporate it on a more permanent basis, not just showing the patches that week. And so we started thinking about how can we tie that in and make it a more permanent activity. And what we came up with is collecting a patch from each of our veterans and putting it together. And it will start off with the initial 2 patches that were brought by the veteran, but we will add with others that have served. And eventually it will become a full-on blanket covered in patches. And we thought, what a great symbol, a blanket of protection, literally. Guys that have served, that have provided that protection, but also it gave our players a new award each week. And that award will be the Protector of the Week. And the protector may be an offensive lineman that protected a quarterback's backside. It may be a nose guard that ate up double teams and protected the linebacker so he could make tackles. But the Protector of the Week could also be one of our student athletes that protected the team by sitting down and tutoring another player, making sure that they could make the grade. Could be somebody that stopped another player and said, hey, we don't behave like that. That's not our standard. And they protected the program. But either way, we want our athletes that are involved in the program to understand that protecting others is going to be part of their role. When they get out and join society, we want to have a group of protectors. And it won't always be easy. There are some people that they just won't buy in. We've had some that wouldn't pray with us. That's fine. We're going to protect the integrity of our program, and we're going to keep God first place in our program. And as our student athletes learn this, they realize what a big deal being able to protect somebody else is. And so when we started Veteran of the Week, it had morphed into this with the patches and the Protector of the Week. And we'll have that weekly award. We'll actually call it the Pat Tillman Protector of the Week, someone that's willing to sacrifice themselves to put the group first, and would love to thank all of you that have embraced the Veteran of the Week, allowed us to get this far, to have an award like that, and then add another award to our program. And so while we have our Offensive Player of the Week, our Defensive Player of the Week, we have grown and evolved as a program to where we have our We Not Me Player of the Week, and now our Protector of the Week. And we thank you so much, all of the support that we've gotten. We appreciate that, and we thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Tribe Talk.